Jonathan Hartfield, an ordinary man leading an ordinary life. One fateful night, as he was driving home after a long day at work, a torrential downpour obscured his vision. The slippery roads turned treacherous, and his car skidded out of control. The horrifying screech of metal against metal echoed through the night as his vehicle collided with an oncoming truck. The impact was devastating, and Jonathan's world faded into darkness. 10 long years passed, and Jonathan's existence was confined to the realm of unconsciousness. In this timeless void, he dreamt of a world untouched by calamity, unaware of the horrors awaiting him upon his awakening. Finally, the day arrived when Jonathan regained consciousness. He blinked, disoriented and bewildered, as the sterile hospital room came into focus. The sound of alarms and distant screams filled the air, unsettling his fragile senses. Weak and disheveled, he staggered out of bed and made his way to the corridor, only to discover a scene of utter devastation. The hospital he once knew had transformed into a forsaken ruin. Blood-streaked walls, broken glass, and flickering lights created a nightmarish atmosphere. A pungent stench lingered in the air, a mixture of decay and desperation. The sight of mutilated bodies strewn across the floor and the agonized cries of the wounded assaulted his senses. As Jonathan ventured further into the desolation, he realized that his surroundings mirrored the state of the outside world. The streets were engulfed in flames, buildings crumbled into rubble, and a perpetual darkness cast a shadow over the land. The once thriving city had been reduced to a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Fear gripped Jonathan's heart as he encountered those who had survived the cataclysm. Their gaunt faces and haunted eyes reflected the horrors they had witnessed. They whispered tales of an otherworldly force that had unleashed terror upon the earth, bringing forth a relentless wave of destruction. It was as if the very essence of evil had taken form and materialized within their reality. With each passing day, Jonathan's understanding of the situation grew bleaker. The sun had vanished from the sky, replaced by a perpetual gloom that blanketed the world. Unnatural phenomena plagued the landscape. Rivers turned to blood, plants withered and died, and grotesque creatures emerged from the shadows to prey upon the remnants of humanity. Jonathan's desperate search for answers led him to a group of survivors huddled in a derelict church. Among them was an elderly man named Ezekiel, who claimed to possess knowledge about the impending doom. Ezekiel spoke of an ancient prophecy, a time when the balance between light and darkness would be shattered, signaling the end of all things. According to Ezekiel, Jonathan's awakening was not a mere coincidence. He was chosen by forces beyond comprehension, destined to play a crucial role in the battle against the encroaching darkness. The fate of the world rested upon his shoulders, and he had to embrace his purpose before it was too late. Haunted by nightmares and driven by a newfound determination, Jonathan embarked on a perilous journey. He sought artifacts of power, unraveling cryptic riddles and facing unspeakable horrors along the way. As he delved deeper into the bowels of this broken world, he discovered that he possessed a latent ability, the power to channel light and banish the darkness. But the malevolence that threatened Jonathan's existence seemed to sense his growing strength. It sent its minions, twisted abominations born from the darkest depths of despair, to hunt him down and extinguish his light. Their relentless pursuit tested his courage and resolve, but he pressed on, driven by the desperate hope of saving what little remained of humanity. With every step, the horrors intensified. The once familiar streets transformed into a labyrinth of nightmare, where every corner held a new abomination lurking in the shadows. Jonathan's mind teetered on the edge of madness, as he questioned his own sanity and wondered if he was merely a pawn in a cruel game orchestrated by malevolent forces. Through the ruins of cities and across desolate wastelands, Jonathan pushed forward. He encountered other survivors along the way, each with their own harrowing tales of loss and despair. Some had turned to darkness, embracing the chaos and relinquishing their humanity. Others clung to flickering remnants of hope, rallying around Jonathan as a beacon of light in the encroaching darkness. As he drew closer to his ultimate destination, the apocalyptic signs became more pronounced. The sky crackled with eldritch energies, casting an eerie glow upon the desolation below. The ground trembled with the restless whispers of the damned, and the air reeked of sulfur and decay. It was a world on the precipice of annihilation, and Jonathan stood at its epicenter. Finally, Jonathan arrived at the heart of the darkness, a towering citadel, its obsidian spires reaching towards the tainted heavens. The air grew thick with malevolence as he ascended its stairs, every step a struggle against the weight of despair. At the summit, he confronted the embodiment of the world's impending doom, a creature of pure malevolence, its form twisted and grotesque. In a battle that defied comprehension, Jonathan fought with every ounce of strength and determination he could muster. His newfound powers clashed with the creature's darkness, illuminating the nightmarish landscape with flashes of brilliance. The clash of titanic forces shattered the citadel's foundations, causing it to crumble around them. Amidst the chaos, Jonathan's resolve remained unyielding. He channeled the full extent of his power, unleashing a blinding surge of light that engulfed the creature. With a final ear-splitting scream, the abomination dissipated into nothingness, leaving behind a silence that echoed throughout the shattered world. As the light faded, a glimmer of hope flickered in the distance. The darkness receded, and a feeble sun peeked through the broken clouds, casting a gentle warmth upon the scarred earth. The world, though forever changed, had been given a chance at rebirth. Jonathan, weary but triumphant, surveyed the remnants of the world he had saved. He had become a hero, a savior, and a symbol of resilience in the face of unimaginable horror. With newfound purpose, he vowed to rebuild what was lost, to nurture the seeds of hope, and to ensure that the darkness would never prevail again.